Hagel went down hard behind the net. And here's Sam Bennett. Banked it around Ryan McDonough. Race for the puck. There's the rookie Samoskevich. Centers one. Bennett bats it out of the air and in. Sam Bennett has Florida first on the board.
He gets to the puck in front of Chernak.
Wow.
And this is just a flip across the net. You want to get it at the net. Maybe something bounces off the goalie, but it comes out close to Bennett. And Bennett bunts it into the net past Vasilevsky, who's crossing the net.
55 seconds to go. Offensive zone faceoff for the Panthers. Barkov played it back to Mikula. He sends it around. It winds up back at the line with Kulikov. They score! Tipped in, it appeared on the way, and Florida retakes the lead on a tip-in goal, a deflection by Sam Reinhart.
All the time, the Kulikov shot eludes Hedman, and then, or rather eludes Cirelli, and then Reinhart is in front of Hedman. Out of the corner, he beats Hedman off the boards, and this shot is right in his wheelhouse. It's a perfect tip.
And it's played away by Lilleberg. Played back by Connor Geekie. He's the player who came up from their AHL affiliate in Syracuse when Bjorkstrand went down. Marchand turns and fires. Puck's free and a goal! Batted in by Nate Schmidt, the defenseman, who went flying toward that loose puck. And it's 3-1 Florida.
Look at this forecheck. Lilleberg thinks he's got time, but Luostareinen's in and makes the contact. Nate Schmidt comes in from the blue line. As after Luostarinen makes the contact, he gets to the front of the net. Lilleberg's trying to battle with him, and when Vasilevsky can't smother the puck, Nate Schmidt's got the easiest one he's going to get as he punches it into the empty net.
Schmidt happens for Florida in his first season. For the first Florida power play of the night. And a chance now to break this game up, and right out in front, they score! Matthew Tkachuk in his first game with the Cats since February 8th. Set up by Reinhart. And the challenge really backfires on John Cooper and the Lightning.
It's off to attack and get in the zone. Tampa's going to squeeze over on this side of the ice. Both McDonough and Chernak are in a line basically along the dots, and Matthew Tkachuk's wide open in front. He's got all kinds of time. Two dekes to open up Vasilevsky's legs. And the two goals.
Wow. They were 14th in the NHL at 23.5%. Again, you have to be careful. They gave up 10 shorthanded goals. And Tampa Bay scored 11 shorthanded goals. Barkov worked it to the net front. Tkachuk through a crowd. They score!
This is such a heady play by Tkachuk. When the loose puck came to him, he looked up and saw Vasilevsky had no idea where the puck was. Vasilevsky's up on his feet, battled halfway through the game, giving up 5 goals. Watch when this puck pops out. Tkachuk looks up. There's that quick look. He sees the chaos in front, and he knows that Vasilevsky can't find it. That little head check is the key.
In off one of the defenders. The Senators lost in overtime in Toronto. There's Brady Tkachuk playing in the playoffs for the first time this year in his career. And quite a year for the Tkachuk brothers, highlighted by the Four Nations. They score! Schmidt happens again. A power play goal. The power play still perfect on each side. The Panthers are 3 for 3, a man up.
Is perfectly placed as Tkachuk will go back to the point, and Schmidt through this double screen. You saw the screen on the move right here by Barkov, and as he goes by, Vasilevsky's eyes lose the puck.
Barkov and Gensel. Barkov wins it back. Sam Reinhart across. Score! The Panthers strike first. Nate Schmidt scored twice in game 1, and he fires this one past Vasilevsky.
It's a clean win, and this is one that Vasilevsky, I mean, you just expect him to come up with. I know it's a one-timer, He sees the pass across. But Schmidt does a good job of shooting it back against the grain. It does not hit anybody.
Off the stick of Kucherov and cleared. Bennett to the empty net. Score! Sam Bennett with the exclamation point.
The Florida Panthers able to put it away as Sam Bennett finds the empty cage and ices this game. A terrific.
Playing top pair minutes against top lines, so effective with Forsling. Sam Bennett breaks free, gets in front, and then they score! It's tipped home! Tkachuk, Kaching! Matthew Tkachuk, his third of the series!
Panthers' first goal.
Mikkola moves in against Paul. Hard battle there. Gord and Losterinen join in. Panthers win the puck back. Sent all the way down. Marchand's got a step. There's no icing. He'll get to it ahead of Lilleberg. In comes Losterinen for Marchand. In front, it's Lundell! He scores! We are scoreless no more!
Oh, it's a toe tingler and a yard sprinkler. Anton Lundell. The Tampa Bay Lightning, look at, they got three players into the corner. Paul there with the stick check.
It's Verhaeghe's turn. Trying to drag it out in front. Gensel has it, unable to clear. Ekblad leaves it for Reinhart. Waiting. Ellen goal save, rebound, and scores! This one will count, and we're tied at 2.
Back to the point, and a little give and go, and then the shot, and then Ekblad, he takes off down the middle of the ice.
And we're even with 3:45 to go. And the crowd is buzzing now. Panthers in the offensive zone. Jones shoots the front and scores! They score! Marchand was in front. Incredible.
But look at Jones, he just lifts it towards the goal. Traffic in front.
Now point to the red line and the shoot in. Tampa's net is empty. Vasilevsky to the bench. Barkov on the clear. Moved ahead. Connor Verhaeghe. Bingo! What a comeback by the Panthers.
It took less than 3 minutes in goals and in game-winning goals as well. Tampa throws it around the boards. They don't go after it. It's bobbled it just outside the blue line. Verhaeghe in.
The Panthers are 3 for 13 on the power play in this series, but they were 3 for 3 in the first win. So they're 0 for 10 since. It's been a good penalty kill in the last several games for Tampa Bay, but no wins outside of game 3 to show for it. On net, score! A wheel-around power play goal in front, setting up shop right on the doorstep. Verhaeghe, who always seems to score big goals for the Panthers in the playoffs, does it again.
It's off the face-off, and you can see it's actually a win for the Lightning. But right away, Reinhart jumps the gun, gets down there quicker, wins that race to the puck in the corner, and that right there sets them up. They don't have to lose the zone. They don't have to go retreat. They get the puck out to the point. It's Matthew Tkachuk, not usually where we see him. He's the one that's usually down front, and then it's Verhaeghe.
Loose in the right wing corner. Marchand back on the back check. Kucherov in the high slot. Kucherov tried to drag it through the skates of Losterinen. Turned it over. And here's Marchand pivoting. Little one-touch return on net. Score! Skates in front. Lundell! Marchand threw it to the blue paint. And it looked like it just banked off the skates of Anton Lundell.
Away at it both ends. Here's Utah trying. Nikita Kucherov tries to dangle Losterinen. Instead, now it becomes an odd man break against two of the best defensive defensemen for Tampa Bay. But McDonough thinks they're getting the puck. He goes into the corner, leaves Lundell all alone in front. And Marchand, he is known for this. He throws the puck in front of the net. He sees Lundell there. Inadvertently goes off his skate. There's no kicking motion here.
Was that inadvertent? Stretched in by Mikkola. Victor Hedman double team. Losterainen tries to take the puck away. Almost got it to Marchand. Losterainen has it back. Banks it up top. Forsling a drive. Score! Was it tipped in front? Launched by Gustav Forsling. And the Panthers have the lead back. It looks like Barkov got a tip of that puck on the way in.
Shots from the point, right? There's so much activity in front of the net, especially the way the Panthers play. They love to look at all the numbers of the Tampa Bay Lightning down low, trying to protect. You got Marchand down there, you got Barkov down there. They have to respect that. Look at how much ice that Forsling has to work with when he knows that shot's coming.
Tried to swing one back to Radish, but a good recovery. And Losterainen gets the clear. Moving in, Bennett shoots. Score! Bennett out of the box and to the back of the net to give the Panthers the lead back.
Gensel got that tying goal. He comes out of the box. Hard to track him when he just comes out of the...
And peel off for a change.
And that's what they're doing, quick shifts here, and Tampa Bay cannot even get the puck in the zone right now.
There's Lundell, the counter to Marchand. Marchand pulls up, back door, score! Losterainen off the feed from Marchand. The insurance goal and a 4-point night for Losterainen with under 7 minutes to go.
That top line for Tampa over and over and over again. And then they take advantage of it. We talked about those risks. See if we can get an empty netter to seal this victory. Climb that list even higher.
The net is empty. And it floats towards it. Score! Sam Reinhart softly into the empty net for the Panthers. 3-goal lead with 4:24 to go. Behind the Panthers bench in the stands and on their bench as well.
Sam Reinhart does an excellent job of his stick is being held up, but he moves his feet. He's getting down, trying to get the...
33 seconds remaining. Verhaeghe carrying. Verhaeghe pestered by Marner. In behind, it's Tkachuk. Matthew Tkachuk out high. Jones scores! On the power play. Florida's on the board.
And Seth Jones will have room to shoot it. Reinhart spins, becomes the screen. A sharp Panthers team tonight.
Now you heard Mark Messier saying sleepy was the word he used for the Panthers and their play. Centered by Lundell, score! Eetu Losterainen, right on cue, makes it a 2-goal game.
Marchand loses the puck and Lundell spins off the check nicely. Lawton gets...
And he'll be a guy with some experience, 3-3 record this year. Lundell with a shot, short side off the side of the net to the left of Wall. Retrieved by Marchand. Schmidt moves it along. Here's a shot. Score! Uvis Balinskis makes it a 1-goal game.
And he goes, no, I'm going to pass it out wide to Balinskis. It's not a good...
A keep along the line. Here is Seth Jones for Reinhart. Shot. Got a piece of Bennett. Verhaeghe around toward Tkachuk. Carlo intercepted. Barkov fights. Bennett shoots. They score! 1-goal game again.
He's standing right here. Oh, he shoots it. It ramps off of Carlo's stick.
No update on his timeline, but his locker was removed from the room for now, and Matt Murray is the backup.
All right, Emily, great stuff. We hope for the best for Anthony Stolarz. Here's a shot. Score! Sasha Barkov on the power play for Florida.
Here it's captain Sasha Barkov, but it's a huge face-off win. That's the biggest key to this goal. Sasha Barkov wins that cleanly all the way back to Seth Jones. Watch him here, and then he gets in his position. It's on his onside, so it's not a one-time situation. And then Seth Jones will walk a little bit. Usually you see Reinhart or Matthew Tkachuk in front of Joseph Wall, so that's a straight-on shot, no screen.
Yeah, you heard Matthew Tkachuk say that to Emily, that he felt like they did start on time after they were late, in the words of their head coach Paul Maurice, in game one at the outset. Eetu Losterainen for Lundell. Marchand, score! 15 seconds into the second.
What their calling card is. They go to work, they win the 50-50 battles. It's down low, it's along the walls. You see Brad Marchand starts it, a little extra, getting under their skin, and then he goes to the net and he's able to bury it for Joseph Woll. But all three guys for the Florida Panthers on this third line contribute.
And centering the fourth line now for the Leafs. Lundell fired in. Marchand braced for contact. Centered by Lundell. Toward Losterinen. Ekblad toward the net. Score! Anton Lundell ties this game at 3.
It's a simple dump in. This is what Florida loves to do. This is how they scored that early goal in the second period too, is their work along the walls. Put the puck in. You got Ekblad coming down the wall. Again, can't emphasize enough the importance of somebody like him coming back into the lineup, his confidence in his gap, the way he's able to defend with his offense, and then he puts the puck.
Evan Rodriguez, a Toronto native, will dump it back in. Morgan Riley to the wall. Brandon Carlo takes a hit. It's loose. Barkov. He scores! What a goal! Leadership from the captain and an answer from Sasha Barkov.
When you take the puck to the net, Riley. Contact, support, and watch. Barkov's going to go to the front, and it goes in off of Morgan Riley past Joseph Woll. You take it to the blue paint, Sheriff, good things are going to happen, and Florida is rewarded after the physical play. And then Riley, unfortunately for him and the Leafs, chipping into the back of the net.
Oh, what a heads-up play by Reinhart. Looked like Barkov got tripped up as he's heading. He couldn't get that shot away, but you mentioned just put it in that danger.
Below the face-off, that's to get to that traffic area in front of the net.
Mitch Marner and William Nylander get the helpers on the goal by John Tavares, his 5th of the postseason and his 2nd tonight. Rodriguez with a shot, stopped by Woll, and a goal-saving play at the goal line. Brandon Carlo going down. We'll take a look at this again, I'm sure.
Looking at the screens.
Carlo played that puck with a broken stick. Watch what happens here. Carlo's got the stick right in the slot. Look at it. He loses it, and he goes and plays this puck. That's a penalty. That's a penalty.
Yeah, they're going to gather and talk about it.
I mean, TJ Luxmore's got unbelievable positioning there. It's just a reactionary play. You got your stick, and all of a sudden, the stick becomes very light.
But did that puck continue in across the line
I couldn't
after?
tell there.
It's tough to tell. Watch. It's going to come out, and then there's Reinhart who pushes it, and there's momentum. You can see where Woll's covering it. Everybody kind of got pushed behind the line.
Shoved a bit by Ekblad, shoulder on shoulder, Kachuk and Benoit.
For the defense for Florida really getting confident here.
Here's Bennett, right in, out in front, they score! Carter Verhaeghe on the receiving end of a beautiful pass. We're tied.
Going to make contact on Benoit, but there's the play, and then two guys go in as Tavares comes in. A great little play, kicking it out, and how about the patience of Bennett awaiting the slide and the pass to Verhaeghe. Oh, great awareness, and the Panthers tie this one at 3.
63 seconds later, this happens. A beautiful pass by Sam Bennett.
Right in between the goaltender.
Schmidt moves the puck. Gadjevich will go for the front. It's carried by Nosek. A shot. They score! It pinballs home. Tomas Nosek leads the rush. Gadjevich for the front.
Themselves a outstanding second period. The turnover by Marner. Net drive. Quick little shot out, and Nosek just gets the puck to the net. But Gadjevich goes hard, and a simple play. Puck changed direction. And a difficult stop here for Woll. And Florida is gets on the board again here. 3 straight goals in the second period. They lead by 1.
Kulikov again. Up top, Marchand. His shot tipped. It's in! Brad Marchand wins it in overtime.
A long shift for a couple of the Leafs forwards. What is that, the fourth goal that's bounced, pinballed somehow, some way?
Throw it to the net, right
In the back of the net. Looked like maybe it went off of Riley. But just outstanding work by the Panthers. And then getting people to the front of the net. See if they make any plays from the goal line out. Give Toronto a different look.
Set play, Kachuk, Verhaeghe. Jones hammers it. Shielded by Wall. A chance, they score! It's Carter Verhaeghe on the back door. And Florida breaks the ice.
What a tremendous pass here by Matthew Kachuk to Carter Verhaeghe. The 5-on-3, and then there's the quick pass. Jake McCabe knows this puck is coming in front of the net, and he just misses it, and no chance for Wall.
A quick puck movement by Kachuk. That makes the whole play. Doesn't allow Toronto to react in time.
Stick handle away from Kachuk. Good gap by Ekblad. Bennett with Verhaeghe. Bennett drags it, moves it. He scores! What a goal! Sam Bennett brings the house down. 2-0, Florida.
And it's a turnover, trying to move this at the blue line, and then Bennett, as the turnover goes, quick transition, and the patience. And so you talked about the pump fake on Wall, who's so aggressive. Well, Sam Bennett does exactly that as he outweights it, but it starts with a great play, holding their own blue line, and then back the other way, as the Panthers able to extend their lead. Oh, great patience as Bennett outweights everybody. Verhaeghe draws 2 to...
Barkov for Jones, ahead for Boqvist with some room. Boqvist had it knocked down by Wall, long rebound, batted out of the air by Reinhart, and a good stop by Wall on a rebound for Boqvist. Wall sharp again as he was in game 4. Passing down low, Reinhart, they score! Aaron Ekblad makes it 1-0 Florida. 29-7 in favor of Florida.
There's the turnover by Matthews, and as the puck is swatted towards the net, Riley has a chance to clear it. He turns it over too. Reinhart just leans it back for Ekblad. If I punch him in the mouth, you're not going to give me a penalty, right?
Puck was batted out of the air by Benoit, but wound up with Verhaeghe. Now Kachuk played it back to Schmidt. Off it goes, Kulikov, and they score! Florida leads 2-0.
This shot is deflected off of Scott Lawton's stick. Dmitry Kulikov over the elbow of Wall, and the Panthers, who've had a strong 6 minutes.
Ekman Larson poked it along for Marner. Backhand pass didn't click. Forsling quickly to Reinhart with help coming. Out in front for Boqvist, and they score! Jesper Boqvist put on the top line tonight, and he makes it 3-0 Florida.
In the lineup with the injury to Rodriguez, this is a dreadful play by Marner. I mean, a spin around backhand pass up through the middle of the net, up through the middle of the ice. Florida says thank you very much, and then Reinhart waits and waits and waits. It's his second assist tonight, and he puts it right on the tape for Jesper Boqvist. And Boqvist from the goal crease puts it.
After a couple of home wins in the first 2 games of this series, when they were scoring with regularity, won 5-4 and 4-3. in the opening 2 games of this series. Mikkola scores! Another goal from a Florida defenseman, Nico Mikkola. And it's 4-0 Panthers.
Clean look, and Nico Mikkola gets to walk into it.
Won the Cup in 1967. Haven't been in the final since. This is 9 straight years in the playoffs. It's not like they're never even around the postseason. And here's another goal, this one from Greer. Another unlikely goal score. The depth of the Panthers on full display tonight as A.J. Greer makes it 5-0.
Alley running that have scored in this playoffs. The face-off win by Noshik. Greer Murray rose to prominence in Pittsburgh. Oh, what a shot.
Helped him win a Stanley Cup at age 22, and Marc-Andre Fleury got injured. The rout continues.
To Sam Bennett, and Bennett, who scored a beauty in Game 4 to put that one away.
Marner back out to the point. Stopped by Carlo, did not get through. Barkov clears the zone to Rodriguez. And now Seth Jones moving in, shoots, scores! 1-0 Panthers as Seth Jones beats Joseph Woll.
Shooter for the goaltender, and the defenseman throws it far side.
Well, there's the activity of the Florida defense. We showed it defensively. Now it's offensively. Jones getting underneath that play. Being an...
Now Marchand. Marchand shoots, saved by Woll. Rebound comes out. Lundell around for Marchand, and now Mikkola.
Marchand's been all over it his last couple of shifts.
Saved by Woll. Score! 2-0 Florida. What a shift for Brad Marchand and the Panthers. And the Florida Panthers have taken a 2-0 lead as Lundell backed it home.
But getting pucks to the net, people there, big rebound out in front of the net and no chance.
Skated ahead by Tavares. Up the boards. Cut off by Jones. Panthers stay onside. Here's Greer, kicked out by Woll. Greer slides it across. Score! Gadjevich makes it 3-0 Florida.
I wouldn't be opposed to it either, Edzo.
Could this be his final game as a member of the Toronto Maple Leafs? Unrestricted free agent Mitch Marner. Score! Marchand the shot deflected in by Luostarinen. It is now 4-1 Florida. 47 seconds after the dummy goal.
Well, there's Marchand again. Just gets his puck into an area. The goal scorer gets support from Lundell, and then the simple play from Marchand. Luostarinen just goes to the net. And this is where you just got to have soft hands. You're opening up the stick blade to get a little bit of elevation. And it's just a subtle little touch. Just
Chris, it's not like they sit back and defend. I think that's probably the most evident thing of this game is they continue to be aggressive. Scores!
And they continue to score.
Oh, boy.
Sam Reinhart. And it's a 4-goal lead with just over 10 minutes to go.
And past McCabe. Tavares not able to get that Barkov, and it's just the speed of Reinhart. 2 quick strides.
Luostarinen and Jarnkrok Pacioretty sends the puck back out. Ekman Larsson pokes at it. Now it's Marchand, sends it down into the empty net. An exclamation point off the stick of Marchand. His 3rd point tonight. As he will go 5-0 in Game 7s against the Toronto Maple Leafs. Now Orlov comes over. Too far for Jarvis. Jones keeps it alive. Here's Tkachuk, who has not scored in 9 games. Takes the return from Reinhart. Now out to Barkov. Matthew Tkachuk with it once again. Here's Barkov. Down low. Backhand shot. Score! On the power play. Carter Verhaeghe gives the Florida Panthers a 1-0 lead in game one.
Shot here by Verhaeghe. Matthew Tkachuk, Kenny, you mentioned not putting a puck in the back of the net, but boy, oh boy, is he distributing the puck beautifully. Verhaeghe will get this puck and just goes forehand, backhand, and watch the puck before he shoots it. He gets it, it rolls on him, he waits a second, and then once it lays flat on the stick blade, he just throws it right up top. In tight like that, it is so difficult.
Yeah, that's one thing you take advantage of. The fourth line out there for Florida, defending. Maybe you can make a play like that. Good job by Gostisbehere.
Stahl lost the puck. Score! 2-0 Florida. Aaron Ekblad following the giveaway by Stahl.
Just overskates it from our AT&T connected camp. He's got this puck. He goes to stick handle, takes a bounce, and look at Rodriguez. But look who's standing about 25 feet away. That's a defenseman. This is Aaron Ekblad. And look at the screen in front. I don't think Anderson ever sees it as Morrow.
Mikkola back on the puck now for Florida.
Gostisbehere wanted that puck coming down the weak side, and he came back to the bench upset.
Here's Mikkola across for Greer. He scores! 3-1 Panthers. Mikkola.
And then Carolina goes for a change. Look at him jump right into the play. It's a 3-on-3 that turns into a 2-on-1. And then Greer buries it. Just what a play. From defense to offense and perfectly placed.
Well, good skating ability.
Panthers have gone 15 minutes of game time without a shot on goal. Rodriguez leaving it for Bennett. Bennett scores! Their first shot in over 15 minutes. Sam Bennett with a power play goal, extending the Panthers' lead to 4-1.
Anderson, but board work. Get it to an area. Rodriguez drops it for Bennett. Marchand in front of the net. Orlov is there. Orlov goes for the shot block, and he goes down on one knee. And there's Marchand looking for the redirect. Not sure if he gets a piece of it or not.
Pretty good idea of what Anderson was dealing with right there. You can't even see Anderson.
Considering we hadn't had a stoppage since the Gostisbehere-Marchand get-together, you'd have to think.
Score! It is now 5-1 Florida. Luostarinen beats Anderson.
Well, a face-off win for the Panthers. And then first on the scene. Nosek able to find the loose puck. Gostisbehere goes for the hit. And a beautiful finish by Luostarinen.
Verhaeghe now sends in deep. Tkachuk and Orlov came together. Good job on the forecheck here by a defenseman. Forsling allowing Florida to keep the puck in. Score! Forsling! Just a minute, 17 seconds in. The aggressiveness from the Florida defenseman continues as a group, and Forsling opens the scoring.
Here's Forsling. He makes the whole play. He thought about pulling back, but then the turnover by Svechnikov, Tkachuk with a great position, filling back. Because when Forsling pinches in, somebody's got to fill that hole, Bush, and they bury it.
They're connected, and we've seen it when they're at their best. Verhaeghe filled in for Forsling, allows him to stay on his toes, and nothing better than for a forward.
Well, getting back to the original point, Jackie reported on the pregame show for Carolina in game one, only one scoring chance off a rebound the entire game. Svechnikov knocked off the puck, kept alive by Mikkola. Now coming out from behind the net is Verhaeghe. They score! 2-0 Florida. Strong move from behind the goal made by Carter Verhaeghe.
Couldn't tell from where our vantage point is. But a good hit by Bennett. Turnover along the wall, and watch this. Watch Tkachuk in front of the net. He's on the right part of the screen. He goes right there. Oh, yeah, right off the skate. He's going in, and Tkachuk's just so smart. He goes to the blue paint bush, and he puts on the brakes.
Markner, short-handed attempt. Here's Rodriguez, back the other way. Looks okay here. His shot gets blocked. Now behind the net, puck comes back out to Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe, another block shot. Verhaeghe with it again. Score! 3-0 Florida. They connect on the power play.
Just go to work.
That's the difference, Edzo. You get a save at one end, and you don't at the other. And not only does Bobrovsky make the save, he makes it in such a calm manner that that one gets deflected on the way in. But he makes it in such a calm manner that it's almost demoralizing. I think Bennett.
Van Bennett with it. 45 seconds. Now Ekblad. Ekblad, long shot deflected wide by Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe swings it out in front. Score! Bennett! His second of the game. It is 4-0 Florida. What a shift.
Well, it was just a matter of time. To Burns in front. So Roslovic did not have his stick up top. And it's just winning foot races. As Verhaeghe finds this puck, he wraps it around, and Sam Bennett goes right to the blue paint.
And a great job by Ekblad to use Roslovic up top, who did not have his stick, to get the puck through. Verhaeghe gets a stick on the initial shot. Anderson not able to catch it because Verhaeghe gets a stick on it.
Well, Garrett Rank hit out of the bullpen twice, 3 days apart. Here's Ekblad, moving to his right, and shoots, score! Barkov, top of the crease. It is now 5-0 Florida.
Needing to get to the interior, they haven't done it enough. The Panthers have done it all game long. Watch Barkov get to the net front. Ekblad gets it to the net. Barkov with the redirect. What a tip.
Oh, beautifully done.
What a tip.
He presents his stick, and he just follows it down, and as it's coming, obviously was getting an earful there from the Panther bench.
Here come the Panthers. Barkov across. Mikkola towards the net. Score!
It banks in off the Carolina defenseman.
Tough break. Not a bad play to make, considering
Back in February.
They're going to learn at the Olympics too next year.
Yes. Penalty expires. So the Hurricanes kill it off. Here comes Boquist. Nice move to the inside. He scores! Back in the lineup, replacing the injured Reinhart. Boquist puts the Panthers back on top with a spectacular move.
Well, the turnover in the neutral zone. And remember the first goal of the game? It went off of Orlov, and this one here, Boquist goes right by Orlov and puts it right between the legs of Kochekov.
Orlov's going to try and keep Boquist to the outside. Once he gets to the middle of the ice, it's problematic. Kochekov was anticipating that Boquist was going to take it back to Kochekov's right.
Mikkola behind the net, doubles it across. Verhaeghe, nice spin move, clears the zone for Tkachuk with Bennett. Mikkola joining as well. Bennett for Mikkola. Score! Second of the game for Mikkola. It is now 3-1 Florida.
And then the other way, the Panthers go 3-on-2. Mikkola joins the rush. A shot from the outside. It's a shot that's got to be stopped from below the dot. Kochetkov gets moving too far to his right, opens up that far side, and the Panthers have some breathing room.
There's that defense that led to this goal. The third one of the game for the Panthers.
Here is Barkov to the net. Score!
Orlov, control, turns it over, and then the quick strike by Barkov, that left-hand shot off the far post.
3 goals on 7 shots for the Panthers here in the third period. Barkov has one of them. Score! 4th goal of the period for the Panthers as they extend to a 5-1 lead.
Evan Rodriguez. Shane Gossenfair has his stick there. And it looks like it goes in off of Gossenfair. Another turnover by Carolina in their own zone. And yes, the tip of the stick of Gossenfair.
Yeah, 2 forwards for Carolina had blown the zone. They were trying to get the high flip out. You could, to my right, I looked at Rod Brindamore as
redirect wide to the right of Bobrovsky by Svechnikov.
Good try by Morrow there, that shot pass.
Flipped ahead by Boquist, 2-on-1. Lundell with Marchand. Lundell across. Marchand scores!
Able to get the puck out of their own zone. Carolina hanging in there, trying to make a play, and obviously it's going to lead to odd mans. And Lundell to Marchand, and Marchand this time, instead of going back the other way, finds a spot short side upstairs.
A beautiful pass by Lundell. Boquist gets an assist on the exit, and then Marchand gets the...
Will not return. The Panthers lineup. There's Seth Jones setting things up top. Now Ekblad. Ekblad shoots, score! Deflected in front on the power play. The Panthers are on the board as Tkachuk redirected it past Anderson.
Well, you talk about being direct. The recovery along the wall initially is where Florida gets this opportunity. Little pitch and catch, moved to the front, and then the redirect in front of the net. You got numbers there, you got sticks there, Tkachuk is there, Reinhart is there, but it was all about the retrieval for Florida.
You can see Tkachuk, he wants the puck, he wants it towards the net. He knows he's got positioning.
Now Bennett, leaving it for Seth Jones.
Remember, Florida failed to get it clear on the one faceoff. And Carolina wasn't able to take advantage.
Here's Bennett towards the net, score! Rodriguez! We are tied at 2. 2 goals, 30 seconds apart for Florida
To go in and finish.
Boy, what a beautiful give and go there between Sam Bennett and Evan Rodriguez. But Bush, as you mentioned, come on, Kenny, can't do that.
Just kidding. Marchand in front, score! Lundell! 3rd goal of the period for Florida. They take a 3-2 lead. Anton Lundell, the redirect. Off the setup for Brad Marchand.
Watch this effort. He's here. He's going to get to this area here. Watch him get a step on Aho. Watch this. He just gets there. I mean, Aho actually grabs him around the waist and kind of slows him up a little. Watch. Right there, but he still gets there. And that strong bottom hand, left-handed shot, left hand. What a play by Marchand.
Drew's on the bench, but I have seen him for at least 12 minutes of playing time in this third.
Barkov cuts away from Orlov, slides it across, score! Connor Verhaeghe! And the Panthers go
Brilliant play by Sasha Barkov. Watch this pass over to Carter Verhaeghe. Look at this play. Strength, stay with it. Watch this move. Whoop, hello, goodbye, and the puck ends up in the back of the net. A star player making a star play late in the third period.
You said it perfectly, Edzo. A star player making a star play at a big moment. It doesn't get any better than that.
Out it comes to Gostisbehere. Gostisbehere shoots the puck wide. Reinhart moves the puck ahead for Barkov. Now Bennett out of the box, racing in, picks up the puck and scores!
Bennett out of the box after Reinhart really did a good job, Edzo, of eating it in the corner. He had Verhaeghe lined up, Wallman did.
Now Tkachuk for Verhaeghe. Turns, unable to get the shot away. Rolled off his stick. Chased down by Matthew Tkachuk. Into the slot, Verhaeghe scores!
Let's keep an eye on this. Bennett was in the blue paint. How did he get there is the question.
Skinner's palms up.
And Bennett loses his footing in front of the net. And it looks like Wallman maybe kicks his leg here, Boosh, in front of the net. No, he just trips.
Oh, that's no
He
goal.
just trips.
I think that's on Bennett. Don't you feel that, Edzo? I mean, I don't think he got tripped up. I think Bennett falls down.
Yeah, he looked like he was trying to brace himself in front of the net.
Edmonton is challenging to play. Sam Bennett credited with the goal. Deflected off Bennett. The shot from Verhaeghe. That's his 11th of the postseason. Leads the NHL. Here's Rodriguez. Back out for Schmidt. Cross ice. Score! Marchand gives Florida their first lead of the series. Connecting on the power play.
With entries, but eventually they finally get in as we look at our AT&T connected cam. 3 Oilers on one side of the ice. Verhaeghe drawing attention to the defenders. That opens up a seam for Schmidt, who finds Marchand, and he quickly is able to get it off his stick and get it upstairs on Skinner.
Well, right here is where it becomes one of these type of plays. You got options, and the lane ends up opening up. Schmidt holds, he waits, he bypasses Henrique.
Now Henrique winds it around. Verhaeghe settles the puck down. Across it comes for a shot by Bennett. He scores! His second of the night. The Panthers now lead 3-1.
Matthew Tkachuk is along the boards. Verhaeghe supports. Nate Schmidt, the defenseman, jumps into the play, and then he throws a hard pass over, and it's backhand, forehand. Quick little shovel towards the net on the stick side of Stuart Skinner.
You can see Connor Brown. He goes towards Schmidt. Nobody's able to get back to that passing lane, and as you mentioned, Edzo, backhand, forehand.
Now it's Tkachuk into the Oilers zone for Bennett. Sending it back out. Shot blocked in front by Jake Wallman. Here's Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe's shot did not get through. Nate Schmidt, score! Sam Bennett with 2 goals in game 1 opens the score for Florida on the power play in game 2.
Guys, the Edmonton bench is incensed to the right of me. There's the stick right there. Bennett kicks the stick away from Ekholm, and to the right of me, the whole bench. I mean, they were absolutely wild. And then once you know it, the puck ends up right back on the stick of Sam Bennett. Public enemy number 1 here in Edmonton, and he puts it.
Great fans and audience here tonight.
Bruce with the best seat in the house.
Absolutely. I like mine too. I like his, but I like mine a little better.
All right, one of the top 2 seats. With the Oilers leading 2-1. Schmidt for Losterinen. Cross ice, Jones, score! Seth Jones ties game 2 at 2.
Lundell was there. Marchand is there. Turnover, great pressure there by Schmidt, and then the Florida Panthers go to, watch this pass right there. That opens up everything. And when you have net front presence, everybody gets mesmerized by the guys in front. There are more legs, more bodies, and then what a pass over to Jones, and he's got a wide open net.
Kapanen, who had a terrific game one, and was in
under 12 to play, second period. Here's Verhaeghe. Dropping it back off, and a save by Skinner.
I think that might have hit Barkov in front.
The jump with the shot. Now Jones for Verhaeghe. There's Kulikov with a shot. Score! The Florida Panthers tie the game at 3.
Just a matter of time for the Florida Panthers. These last, we talked about it in the open, the momentum. When you have it, what do you do with it? You can get all the chances you want, but you got to get rewarded. And somehow, some way, this puck finds in the back of the net. Excellent puck movement, net front presence, and then a quick shot. Beats Skinner with Tkachuk right around the blue paint.
This play all started on that hard around rim. Paul Maurice said to us this morning that in game one, they didn't get to those pucks nearly quick enough. Barkov was able to lift the stick of the Edmonton defender, and from there, Florida gained possession.
Filling some time along the wall. Trying to get it through for Verhaeghe. Now Draisaitl. Back out for Nugent Hopkins. Look out. Here comes Marchand on a breakaway. Moving it on Skinner. Score! Short-handed. 4-3 Florida.
Initially, he did not get the puck, but this one he gets. The quick little up, a quick little fake, a stick handle, and then I believe right under the pads or between the legs of Stuart Skinner.
Got to have the trust. You got to read it. You got to anticipate. Marchand was betting that Lundell was going to get that puck, and he took off.
Draisaitl back out for a shot by Ekholm, missed the net. Ahead for Marchand, moving in on Skinner. Marchand it's in, he scores! Marchand wins game 2 for the Panthers in double overtime.
Brad Marchand anticipates this puck. It takes a fortunate bounce. This is exactly the same as the short-handed goal. He gets open. Lundell's the guy that gets the puck, and he goes forehand, backhand, and just somehow slides this puck under Stuart Skinner.
I'm not so sure he even got it with the backhand, Edzo. I wonder if it fooled Skinner. The back-checking Oiler. I don't know if it fooled Skinner, but it doesn't matter because Marchand is short-handed goal.
Make the parade to the penalty box, and especially we talked about it in the first period of not playing 4-on-4 against the Oilers because they have the 2 stars up front where they really dominate. Penalty coming up here.
Here's Marchand with a shot. Score! 6 seconds into game 3.
Well, there was going to be a penalty call. Lostarina took a stick right in the face for an elbow by Draisaitl, and then hungry on the puck. And Skinner slides over and just pulls himself right out of position. And Marchand, the patience he has with the puck.
Now Verhaeghe with a long shot. That gets blocked by Ekholm. Bennett back out for Schmidt. Into the slot. Rodriguez. Verhaeghe shoots. He scores!
Probably a #1 unit on most teams in the National Hockey League. They move this thing around, and Carter Verhaeghe goes posting in. Puck movement, different looks.
And the power play and the decision by the coach to start the second unit. They're up 2-0.
Verhage the other. 2-1 Florida. Perry on the power play from Bouchard and Ekholm. Score! 3-1 Panthers. Reinhart. Then Skinner. His first point of the series, and it's a huge goal for the Panthers. Just a minute 20 after the Perry goal.
Quick hands from Sam Reinhart. Watch the backhand, forehand. Throw your hands up top and bury this puck. What a shot. Short side again on Stuart Skinner. And then between the legs, got to make it really difficult, Bush, for a goaltender. As Reinhart, I believe, goes 5-hole on Wallman.
45-year-old Frank Mahovlich held the record.
Bennett with a huge hit up on Colson.
Colson back on his skates. Marchand at 37. And now the Panthers with a 2-on-0. Moving in on Skinner. Score! Bennett! 4-1 Florida.
Puck is turned over, and Kenny, you made mention, this was a 2-on-0. Rostarina's got a chance to take it, but Sam Bennett's got energy. He goes forehand, backhand, shovel, right up top and buries it on Stuart Skinner on the stick side. 3 of the 4 goals.
Panthers working down low to Barkov. Under a minute to go on the Edmonton penalty. Oh, and a pass! Ekblad to finish! Reinhart! Setting up Ekblad. Power play goal. 5-1 Panthers.
Sam Reinhart and the lack of looks that he's had on the power play so far in this series, and Paul Maurice joked around and said, well, maybe he's a decoy. Look at the attention that Reinhart is getting, and to recognize that with that pressure the backside would be open. Terrific feed by Reinhart, an easy put away for Ekblad.
Here it is, Bush. You talk about the attention. Watch what happens. McDavid's there, Kulak goes out.
There's Forsley. Now Mikula.
2 minutes for cross-checking and attended in this contact. Time for the penalties, 15:47.
Two-man advantage continues. Rodriguez scores. Kevin Rodriguez makes it 6-1 Florida. Their third power play goal.
Couple of different ways. Mikula and Rodriguez having a conversation. He says, get to the middle of the ice, then pass it to me, and I'm going to go short side on Pickard. That's an easy call for referee Chris Rooney, and what a chance here for the Panthers.
Two-man advantage. Kachuk waits, shoots, scores!
Side goal by the Florida Panthers on Stuart Skinner. Win the face-off, attack right away. I mean, no question, a screen is there, but it does go on that short side, stick side of Stuart Skinner.
Boy, what a great look we just had. The look prior to see what Skinner was dealing with.
There's Big Walt.
Played by Barkov. Here's Jones. Now Barkov. Down low. In front. Saved by Skinner. Score! Second of the period. Matthew Kachuk. On the power play once again. 2-0 Florida.
A great pass out to Sam Reinhart. Watch the play down low. Kachuk's directing traffic. He pops it right out, and then he goes to the blue area and he puts it in. Kachuk had a chance to shoot the puck twice before this. He chose to pass and defer. This one here, Bush, it was on a tee.
And for Skinner, it's one of those, it wasn't the heart.
For Edmonton, Verhaeghe up the boards. Frederick had it taken away by Verhaeghe. Final minute. First period as Reinhart shoots in. Stetcher back for Edmonton. Pass out in front. Score! It is now 3-0 Florida. Lundell in the final minute of the opening period. Big hit behind the net on Stetcher. Off the giveaway. Lundell converts.
Florida Panthers, the puck gets in deep, and then watch the effort by Carter Verhaeghe. Lundell works his tail off to jump onto the ice, the hit, the contact. And I'm not sure Stetcher gets it. Oh, Stetcher takes a hit with the stick. Watch the stick of Carter Verhaeghe.
Here's Kachuk, moves it back in. Pickard, now Kulak. Held in by Verhaeghe. Now across, Kachuk with it. Score! Reinhart! 20 seconds remaining.
What a play there by Carter Verhaeghe to get the puck to Sam Bennett. And then Kachuk and Reinhart play a little pitch and catch. Pickard well out on top of the blue paint. But the one battle along the boards with support by Bennett. And folks, that angle, that is not an easy angle to put the puck into the back of the net. And getting it back in the boot.
Now Marchand splits the defense and scores! What a move by Brad Marchand. He beats Pickard. The Panthers score first for the 4th consecutive game.
Brad Marchand, he goes right around Matthias Ekholm. Ekholm gets caught kind of flat-footed. The second really good shift for Marchand, and he capitalizes. Gets it in, protects, and then throws it back the other way. And remember what we said earlier, the shot that he had was at the middle part of the net.
Here's Janmark. Now Ekholm, 2 minutes remaining in the period. Picked off by Bennett. Bennett for Kachuk. Kachuk in with a shot. Blocked. Bennett scores! His 15th of the postseason. Just after a great penalty kill, Bennett makes it 2-0 Florida.
Matthias Ekholm has this puck. He's pressured by Rodriguez, but it's a turnover. Bennett to Kachuk, the shot block, and then Bennett comes right to the slot area, the most dangerous area on the ice, and he beats Calvin Pickard.
Look how far out Pickard is on the initial shot attempt. And I think sometimes if you're so far out, it can be tough to recover. If perhaps he's got his feet inside the blue, a little less area to recover.
Annihilated, we got embarrassed, and thankfully we had those 2 days in between Game 6 and Game 7 traveling back to New York and eventually won.
Here comes Marchand, looks to put a move on Walden, gets the shot away and scores! Another spectacular move by Marchand! His second goal of the night, 6th of the series.
Bouchard and Wallman out there for the very purpose of trying to generate some offense. Marchand on his toes once again, surprises Wallman and then makes an unbelievable move around him and through the legs of Pickard.
Another face-off play. Close to Renan with a beautiful redirect in a neutral zone. But how about the jump? The boys talked about it after the first period, about the effort. We showed it. Can't say only, Bush, right? We can't say only. Just amazing, believable. The greatest.
Gretzky, Lemieux, McDavid.
That's a heck of a list.
There is Reinhart with a shot. He scores! Sam Reinhart makes it 4-1 Panthers.
Well, we talked about the shoot-in from our AT&T Connected Camp in period 1. Keeping the puck away from the goaltenders of the Edmonton Oilers. And then Sasha Barkov makes the play. Gets it out to Reinhart, and he goes top shelf, short side on Calvin Pickard. Heck of a play there, Bush, from the neutral zone.
Yeah, it's the thing that Florida wants. They want two guys in on the forecheck. Barkov was a second guy. He was able to kick it down low. They win a puck down there, and Reinhart left.
Ostarinen over for Florida. Puck kept alive by Edmonton. Long shot. Awkward stop for Bobrovsky. Perry had his stick lifted. Ostarinen clears for the empty net. Score! And that silences the crowd here in Edmonton.
Good save there by Bobrovsky. Ostarinen from about 155 feet. A rolling puck and a 5-2 lead for the Florida Panthers.
Now Ekholm takes the puck away from Barkov. Draisaitl works it back. Now across from Ekholm to Bouchard. Reinhart with the steal. Nice move. Comes to the net. Scores!
The steal, and watch this move. Outside, inside on the backhand, and an all-in-one motion. He goes backhand, forehand, far side on Stuart Skinner. And the Florida Panthers with a 1-0 lead.
Ekholm simply can't get beat there. He goes for the puck, does not get body, and Reinhart takes it from his backhand to his forehand.
Bouchard blocked off at the line. Excellent stick there by Lundell. Here's Ostarinen. Ostarinen back out, jump back and jump. Score!
Ostarinen makes the play. Watch him buy some time. Wait. What are my options? Two Edmonton Oilers go to Ostarinen. Kachuk had just jumped on the ice. Look at this. Wallman's there. He's fine. But watch Kane. He drifts. That's McDavid. He drifts, and then Kachuk finds the open area.
To me, it was a 2-on-3, Edzo. I'm not sure why Wallman back.
Now Barkov with it. Defended by Henrique. Carter for Hagee, turns, shoots, knocked down by Skinner. Puck is loose. Score! Sent towards the net by Barkov. Reinhart may have gotten a piece of it. The Panthers down lead 3-0.
Well, puck movement below the goal line. Work it out high. Look at Barkov. He takes a quick look to see what are my options. A little interchange there with Verhaeghe. The puck will work itself over. I'm not sure what happened there with Skinner. Bruce, I'll let you take that.
Puck play by Verhaeghe. Now Barkov. Verhaeghe back to Barkov. To the empty net. Score! It's a hat trick. Sam Reinhart.
Little pitch and catch there with Verhaeghe and Barkov and Reinhart.
Here's Bouchard. McDavid blocked off in front by Ekblad. Here's Verhaeghe. Puck sent down towards the empty net. Reinhart with his fourth. Unbelievable.
Up and over the stick of Matthias Ekholm, and